y'all, what's good? I hope y'all are doing well. Welcome back to 7 Days of Daily Growth with Nay. It's a little hot in here today, but I like it. It feels good to me. I'm a little hot, but I like it. I don't really turn my fans and stuff on until I'm about to go to bed. Like, other than that, I even keep my bed closed. Because, yeah, I'm cold natured, but when I go to bed, I be wrapped up. So, anyways, welcome to Tuesday's word of the day. Like I said, I hope y'all doing well. I hope y'all had a good day. My day was good. Woke up late. That's why I'm doing this video after work again today. But tomorrow, we gonna get it right tomorrow. I'm hoping to change my week around. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Not 3 more days of the work week. So I'm trying to figure things out, especially with this YouTube, because y'all, I really hate dropping them so late. But it takes them so long to upload on YouTube, which, of course, you learn. When you start doing something new, you learn. You're gonna learn. You're gonna grow with it. And so I'm definitely gonna try to get these out by 8:30, starting the end of this week or next week. 10, 11 o'clock is just too late. I don't like that. I hate that, if I'm being honest. I'm gonna work on turning my week around and figuring out a schedule, like really just figuring things out, because that's what I need to do. I need to sit down and figure everything out so it can work good for me, and I don't have too much going on at one time. So anyways, today's word of the week, and like I said, I do these in ABC order, and for me, it's like I ask for things, kind of, sort of, or if it comes to me, like stuff comes to me, it has to come to me. I don't just go look through a dictionary and like, oh yeah, no, I let them come to me. And so this week's word is bold. We are on B, so bold, B-O-L-D, bold. And so I picked 2 definitions that I felt fit for 7 Days of Daily Growth with Nay. And the first one is showing or requiring a fearless, daring spirit. The second one is standing out prominently. And I think this might be a quick video tonight, y'all. That's good, that's good. If I don't talk too much, that's good. So of course on Tuesdays we don't really journal, we just kind of have a conversation. So I kind of just talk to you guys about 2 questions that I chose. This is especially for people that I'm probably gonna always just try to explain just a little bit, because some people might just start watching today, or on a certain day they might not go all the way back and watch all my videos. So just quick recap. And so really these 2 questions are really just a conversational piece. I'm just answering them and talking and giving any experience that I have. And that's pretty much it. The first question is, think about a time you had to be bold. Was it an easy thing for you or a hard thing? So last night I was working on this, and this was new for me, writing everything on my whiteboard. So now when I do it, I kind of just go ahead and not only do the questions, which are already in my journal, in my book that I have designated for this, but y'all, something just hit me too, but we ain't gonna talk about it. But something really just hit me. But it really just hit me hard. I'm sorry. Y'all wanna know? I gotta start planning next month. We're almost done with July. I gotta start planning for next month. But anyways, that just hit me when I said journal. But so the fact that it's a conversational piece, I was like, dang, I need to go ahead and get talking points up here too. So the questions are already thought out for the month, but I don't have any talking points. So I put talking points on the whiteboard along with the questions. And so I was sitting there last night and I was thinking, like, when was the time I had to be bold? When was the time I had to be bold? And I'm thinking, trying to, going crazy trying to find something. Can't find nothing. Trying to go all the way back years ago. Blase. Just like, oh, I can't find the perfect situation. Because low key, I am a perfectionist, and I feel like not within myself, like, you know, appearance or anything like that mindset. I'm a perfectionist with my work, with what I put out there, whether that's homework or being creative. Like, I feel like, you know, it has to be perfect. Like, whatever I do, it has to be perfect if I'm doing it. So, and it's really not a good thing, because, you know, you realize, you know, you don't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. You know, you don't have to find the perfect story or experience when you have to be bold, because I'm telling y'all, I was just trying to think, like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna say? And then I'm like, I'm gonna just keep it simple. I'm gonna keep it simple, short. Think about a time you had to be bold. Was it easy or hard for you? And it's crazy because I'm sitting here thinking, in last video when I did word of the day, my question, not on purpose, but they were catered to the definitions, and it's looking that way again this week. But I don't know. The time I had to be bold was putting out this YouTube channel. Duh. Duh. I was scared, nervous. I was far from bold. I was far from wanting to show no fear or have a daring spirit. My spirit was not daring. I didn't want to do the dare. I didn't want to jump off the porch. I didn't want to take the leap of faith. I didn't want to do this. I really didn't. I didn't want to. Like, I'm working on it. I'm planning it. God gave it to me. But I wasn't bold enough to do it. I didn't have enough courage to actually do it, which, like I've already said, this was already done before June. I just waited a whole month, just not putting it out. And then with my birthday and stuff, I was like, that was another excuse. So at the time when I finished, I wasn't being bold. I wasn't allowing myself to get out there and do something I knew needed to be done, that I knew I couldn't keep waiting on, that I knew I couldn't keep holding back on, that I couldn't keep sitting on. Because if I'm working on it, then that means it's tugging on my heart. I'm putting my all in it. So of course it's something I want to do, but I didn't want to do it. And I speak on it all the time, how like church, well, not really church, but just, you know, the messages from going to church, how they have been pushing me to do this. Because I know one time I was in church and he was like, God's purpose over your preference. I prefer not to do this like this. I prefer not to make a YouTube channel, even though I was thinking about it and I knew this is what I would probably do. It wasn't something I preferred to do, getting in front of the camera and talking. Like, putting myself out there. Like, no, if I gotta stand up and be bold, then I'm gonna just stay seated. If this is what it takes. Like, I was really just not being fearless. My spirit wasn't daring. It wasn't ready. It wasn't like super excited. You know, like, it wasn't like, yeah, I can't wait to get out here and do this. I can't wait to put this out there. You know, that wasn't my thought process when it came to this. It wasn't. It took a lot of pushing, receiving messages to put this out there. Like, for example, the book I'm reading, The Dream Giver. Without that book, I really feel like, shout out to my friend Tasia as well for bringing me that book. She's like, Lanisha, I got a book for you. And I promise it has changed my life, and I've already spoke on that. I feel like it came into my life at the right time, because if the messages at church didn't push me, if advice didn't push me, and really I didn't really get any advice on this. Before I was set to start, I ended up texting my best friend, like, best friend, I'm so scared, like, I need you to give me some words of encouragement. And she did. Thankful for her. But really, if it was not for that book, me sitting down reading that book pushed me so bad to put this out there. It built up that boldness. It built up that fearlessness. Like, eventually, I just did it. And that was me taking that step to being bold. Like, okay, I'm going to put myself out there now. I'm going to do this. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm going to just get it done. I'm going to stop being scared, y'all, because I was scared. I was nervous. I was not bold. I was not confident in this, in doing this. Seriously. You know, I keep it real with y'all. I don't care. I was not confident at all in doing this. But I knew in my heart that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is what I need to put out there right now. So, to answer the question and end it, it was not easy. It was not easy. It was very, very, very hard. Mentally hard. It was hard. Emotionally, it was hard. Mentally and emotionally, it was very hard to be bold. To step in that trait of boldness, it was very hard. It was not easy. And you might wonder why bold is a part of your life journey. It's because when you want to make changes and when you want to develop, grow, heal, however you want to put it, you have to be bold. You have to be fearless. You have to be willing to take the dare, to take the risk. You have to be willing to put yourself out there, whether it's through a YouTube channel, or if you're actually going to speak in front of people, or if you want to start a business and you're holding yourself back. Be bold. Have no fear. And it's totally okay if you do. Because I'm sitting up here telling you, I was scared as heck, as ever. Like, even if I was getting paid to do this right now, you couldn't have paid me to do this a month ago because my head was not in it. I was not there. I was a scaredy cat. I was afraid. I was. So, and fear is an emotion. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to have fear. It's okay to not be sure. It's required when you want to step out there and make those necessary changes and to add better habits to your life and to make a better life for yourself. You have to be bold. You can't be afraid of what's going to happen next. It's like yesterday I was talking about not knowing. You can't be afraid of not knowing. Being bold is definitely a character trait. And if you don't already have that trait in you, it can be built within you. And it gets easier every time to be bold. It gets easier every time to push yourself out there, to say what you need to say. So, for me, yeah, it was not easy. It was the hardest thing ever. And when I kept saying I was trying to find a story, it's because there's been plenty of times when I had to be bold in certain situations because that's not a character trait that I embody. Being bold, being fearless. Like, I'm a shy person, for real, and I'm very reserved, and I don't talk a lot, you know. I don't always put myself out there. I don't always take up space, you know. I'll shrink myself, and it's because I'm okay. The symbol for my sign is a crab. We have a shell over us. Like, truly, I have the, you know, that's perfect for me because it's true about me. I have this outer shell that I love to hide in. Sometimes I peek out of it, sometimes I come all the way out, but I have it, and it protects me, and it's safe for me, and it's home to me. But I'm learning that I don't have to hide in my shell anymore, that I can put myself out there and be free of fear, of worry, of anxiety. That I don't have to just peek out. I can come straight out of the shell. I love my shell though. But you know, I've been in my shell all my life. Very reserved all my life. It was time for a change, and I couldn't make a change within myself without learning that I had to come out of the shell. I couldn't make a change and stay in the shell and stay in that protective mode of myself, because I'm very, very, very protective of myself. I'm very defensive too, but I'm not anymore, because a lot of people used to tell me all the time, you are so defensive. So I try to work on that, because you know, I feel like if you're coming for me, then that's how I feel. So I gotta but you know, I haven't been defensive in a long time. But that's how I feel. I feel like I have to protect myself because I know me, and I know how fragile and sensitive I am. So I gotta protect myself. But in my life journey, I realized that it's okay to come out. It's okay to be who you are. You know, because you know, growing up, I really feel like I could never express myself how I wanted to. So being quiet, being in my shell was the way for me. So I'm getting out of that, and I'm enjoying it, and this YouTube channel is helping me a lot on my life. It really is, and that's why I'm so grateful to be doing this, and I'm so thankful to be doing this, because it's helping me continue to learn how to put myself out there, how to come all the way out. So, and to be able to share, you know, share myself, share my experiences with people, it's allowing me to be bold. I am bold. So that's the first question. The second question, how can you start being more bold with the actions you take in your life? How can you start being more bold with the actions you take in your life? I love One in a Lifetime by Monica. Monica got some hits, for real. She really do. Monica, Beyonce, who else I put on shuffle before? Keisha Cole, they really got some hits. Trina. But anyways. Okay, some actions you can take in your life. So just think about that. Have a conversation with yourself. Reflect with yourself. I mean, you can have a conversation with yourself. Just don't answer yourself. And if you do, I guess that's okay. However you see fit. But my first point would be not thinking about things so much. So I feel like this question does go out to standing out prominently. Because when you don't think about something so much and you just do it, you're choosing to stand out. You're making that conscious decision to stand out with no care. Like, this is me. And I don't care what you think. I don't care how you feel. This is me. I'm going to go and stand out in front of millions of people and rap, sing, speak, because this is me. And I'm going to stand out and I'm going to show out. When you want to make a change within your family group, or within your friend group, or in a relationship, you have to be bold. You have to be bold enough to stand out, to stand on whatever you're saying. And people can't do anything but respect it. But you can't think about it too much. You just gotta do it. You just gotta stand out. What you're going to do, because you're doing something different than what people have expected of you. People expect you to stay the same. They expect you to do what they do. They expect you to follow how they lived, follow how you raised them. So being bold is standing out and breaking the chains that people have on you, breaking the generational curses, breaking the ties. That's being bold. That's standing out. Because it's going to be seen. But so what? And this is a part of it too. I have to stop being self-conscious sometimes. Like, when you know that you're going to stand out anyway, ain't no need to be self-conscious. There's no need to tell yourself negative things about the situation. Because you already know you're going to stand out. You already know who you are anyway. And when you know who you are, it's easier to be bold. So that's one thing I'm learning. I know who I am, so there's no need for me to be self-conscious. I might as well be bold in everything that I do, everywhere I go. Stand out. Be different. Be bold enough to speak on what I believe in. Be bold enough to walk away from crazy talk. Be bold enough to not hang with certain people. Because when you stand out, you're going to be noticed. So they notice. They're going to be like, oh, she don't mess with us no more. Oh, she don't do what we do no more. It's going to be noticed. But who cares? This is my song. This is my song. Sorry. So that's an action I can take. You know, if you know who you are, be that. This is my jam for real. But so that's another action I can take. You know, just stand out. Don't think too much about it. Get out my head. You know, don't feed myself negativity. Just do me. Be bold enough to do me, no matter who around, no matter where I'm at. If I feel like showing out, standing out in any situation, that's what I'm gonna do. The third point I have for me, so these are actions that I would take, because this is a skill that I need. This is a trait that I need to work on. Be more bold. And even though, you know, like I said, I was bold enough to start doing this, it's something that I need to continue to instill in myself. So step out of being a perfectionist, and I was just talking about that. Progression over perfection. As long as I'm progressing in whatever I'm doing, I don't have to have every perfect little detail. Also with appearances, be bold in who you are. You're going to stand, again, if you know who you are, you're going to stand out regardless. It's going to be in the way you carry yourself. It's all in the way you carry yourself. Sometimes I see this debate about the bonnet and going to the store, or just going to the store looking anyway. I go to the store with my bonnet on because I'm bold enough to do that. I don't care. Most of the time I don't have on a bra. I don't have on one now. I don't care. I don't care if I'm standing out for that. That's just who I am. I'm okay with that. I don't care. And you realize that a lot of stuff that you learn on your life journey isn't the same for some situations. Like, I can be bold in some situations and not bold in other situations, and that's why I feel like a lot of stuff have different definitions too. I guess that kind of makes sense, because it can apply to different things depending. So when I say step out of being a perfectionist when it comes to being more bold, it more so has to do with my work and being bold in what I put out there, you know. So yeah, positive self-talk. So I was just talking about negative self-talk. So no more negative self-talk. I gotta add positive self-talk. And when I feel myself being negative, I have to catch myself right then and there and start to try to be more positive. Positive self-talk is so important. Affirmations, or just, it doesn't always have to be an affirmation. Just being able to talk to yourself in a positive way. Like, really just have a whole positive self-talk conversation with yourself. And I'm trying to like find a couple of sentences, but all I can think of is affirmations. That's all I can think of right now. Let me see if I can think of something real quick. So you can be like, I'm a very skillful person. So whatever I touch, cause let's say you do hair, and you're being a little self-conscious about doing somebody's hair, a certain style, it's your first time, and you're not really being bold, you know, you're not having that, you don't want to stand out, you don't want to put your work out there, so you kind of just like, oh, I can't do this, I don't know if I should do this, what if I mess up? So just kind of tell yourself, like, I am very skillful. Hold on. Girl, you are very skillful. You got this. You can do this. Everything you touch is always perfect. Every time you think you can't do something, you always conquer it. So, no, we're not doing this today. Let's get it together. Let's study what she wants one more time. Let's put on some music. Let's pray. Let's breathe. Let's calm down. She is on her way, and I'm about to slay her head. So that's just a conversation where you don't have to be affirmations. Just literally, of course, it's going to be some affirmations in there, but like, just, that's positive self-talk. That's a positive self-talk conversation with yourself. And last but not least, with the how can you start being more bold with the actions you take in your life, keep learning to be me. That's my last point. Keep learning to be you when it comes to being bold, when it comes to standing out, when it comes to being fearless, when it comes to having a daring spirit, when it comes to wanting to take a risk, when it comes to wanting to take a risk. Keep learning what it means to be you so that you can keep being you, because it becomes more easier being bold in general, because you're comfortable with who you are, you're comfortable in your skin, So you're bold enough to put yourself out there. And just remember how I said I didn't want to do this YouTube. I had to come into that. I had to push, not only with the messages, but I'm getting messages, but I'm still not doing it, So it's like I had to prepare myself. I had to work on myself with being more confident in what I was doing, giving myself more self-talk. I had to keep healing and keep coming to who I am, because now at this season in my life, I'm still learning, but I know I'm capable of this. I know that I can do this. I know I have enough courage to do this. I know I'm not scared to do this anymore. I know I'm not scared to put myself out there. I know I'm not scared to say what I gotta say. So I know that much about myself now. So keep learning who you are. Keep learning to be you, because that helps you stand out. It helps you step out there. It helps you put yourself out there more. Learning who you are, the things that you're capable of, what your power is, how powerful you really are. So that's another action that's important for me when it comes to being bold, standing out. Keep healing myself, keep figuring me out, because that's important. If you don't know who you are, how can you stand out? You might feel like you're standing out sometimes, but you're not, and you know that. You'll know that yourself. We're Not Making Love Anymore. That's on Soul Food soundtrack. I gotta watch that movie again, because I ain't heard that song on that. Did I say soundtrack? I ain't never heard this song on that soundtrack on that movie. But I keep seeing scenes, but it's like I don't know. Anyways, that's my last point. Keep learning to be me, because it allows me to be more bold. It allows standing out from other people to be more easier. Because honestly, I like to stand out. I've never wanted to be like anybody else. I might have wanted like a different life, or I might saw something like, I want this too, but that's normal. That's a normal mindset as a young kid, as a young child, especially when you're not really taught to not. I'm not getting to that, but certain people get certain things in a home life and other people don't. Like, people's childhoods do not all look the same. So, of course, sometimes it was normal for me to look at other people's lives and be like, Dad, because you're sitting there and you're not understanding why you have the situation you have. But that's a part of growth and healing. Like, as an adult, if you're just now getting into that process, some people don't have to grow and develop. But you know what that means? They've never had to deal with adversity, which is fine. Some people don't have to go through adversity. Some people don't know what it looks like. So don't ever, but now, like, and then I grew out of that too. I did at an early age, like high school, because I started to just, but yeah, I'm gonna repeat the questions one more time, and y'all just think about that and think about what I said. And if you're not already a person that's bold in your life, take the time if you want to. It's definitely a part of growth and developing and healing. Take the time to think about what it means to be bold, what it means to be fearless, to have a daring spirit, what it means to stand out prominently. And then just think about just one time you had to be bold. Because I think thinking about it first kind of makes you realize, well, am I a bold person? Like, do I need to work on being more bold as I elevate in life? And so think about it. And when you think about a time like that you had to be bold and okay, I thought about it. Now think about, was it easy or hard? And if it was easy for you, okay, cool. Keep being that. Because some people really, it's hard for some people. Like, I applaud the things that are easy for people that's hard for me, because it's like, woo, I wish, but if you are a bold person, keep strengthening it, keep working on it, keep being you, keep learning you. And if it wasn't easy for you, like what you thought about, it probably has never been easy for you. So then we go to question number 2. Think about ways you can start being more bold with the actions in your life, with the actions you take in your life. So, like I said, I be in my head, I'm a negative self-talker. I can start being a positive self-talker. I can realize when I'm in my head, and I can start teaching myself to get out of my head. Like, the biggest thing about teaching, like learning your bad habits, your toxic traits, and then having to relearn them, is that you gotta catch them quick. You gotta catch those habits, those thoughts really quick, so that you can change it really quick. So just think about how you can start being more bold if you aren't already a bold person. What actions can you take to be more bold? And I was sitting here thinking right then, another thing also is like, if, for me, I deal with social anxiety. So an example of me being bold would, and it has to be with like a daring spirit, it gives me the mind of a daring spirit, is me, when I've been doing it for a while now, but me speaking to people first, me saying hey, or me like at work, like my coworkers are so great. Usually I go to work and my intention is to never get to know people. My intention is to never make friends. I'm here to make my money. I'm here to go home. But my job now, we are like family. Like, one time this dude was just sitting there asking me 21 questions, and I was answering them because, I'm trying to be more bold in who I am, and, stand out and be more fearless, and just, not be this person that's stuck in her shell, that's being protective over her and who she is. Just being bold enough to speak first, because I don't. Be bold enough to smile first. Be bold enough to hold a conversation with someone. But right now, don't know what I'm capable of. And go crazy. So that's another thing as far as actions. Take action too. Not just with yourself, but learn how you can be bold in other situations where you normally wouldn't be bold in. Like, if you got an idea, like say you with your friends and they always got all the ideas, but you got some, you just never say any. Speak. Be bold enough to give your ideas, your suggestions. Be bold enough to walk away from what doesn't deserve you. I feel like that requires being fearless, because sometimes we have fear when it's time to walk away. We're scared to walk away. be bold in who you are and in what you want. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope that your Tuesday has been amazing, beautiful, lovely, blessed, miraculous, productive. I hope it's been everything and more. Like I said, I am working on changing my schedule around this week, getting it together so that I can get these videos out way before 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. So I look forward to that this week. Thank you guys for joining. Well, not joining, but thank you guys for watching, for being a part of this, for growing with me. I love you guys. I'm thankful for you guys. This is a blessing for me, like from my heart to yours, truly and dearly and genuinely. I love you guys. Be great. Stay beautiful. Stay safe.